This video is brought to you by the No Fear community.
Hi, my name is Ganesh Natarajan. I'm the CEO of a company called Zensar Technologies, which is one of the premier software and business process outsourcing companies in India. I was also the chairman of NASSCOM, which is the representative industry body for the IT and BPO sector in India, and I was chairman in 2008 and currently co-chair the National Knowledge Council of the Confederation of Indian Industries. Zensar is an amazing story, has been written about, and as a case has been presented in Harvard Business School. It's a company that was started in 2001 at a time when the global economies were in slowdown, and we set up this company primarily to do excellent work for Fortune 500 and FTSE 100 companies. Today we have over 6,500 people, do work across 18 countries, and most important is not just the quality of work or the kind of clientele that we have gathered over the last 11 years, but it is the connectedness, the energy that young people demonstrate in this organization. We work with age groups ranging from 22 to over 50, but it is absolutely amazing how across vision communities we've built the kind of connected organization that enables collaboration, that enables mutual understanding, and really works towards the cause of transformation with many of our customers. We're very proud of the company we've built, and most important, we're proud of the culture that we have shown can really work in this country and globally.
In the book, Pika describes emerging markets as being a major contributor to young global talent pool. What do you think leaders can learn from India and their new generation of talent?
See, it's interesting that economies like India, China, and even South Africa are very, very different in terms of the aspirations, the capabilities of the young generation as compared to the West. In fact, in our countries, many young people have actually grown up and seen economic success as millennials, or in fact as people who are really the PlayStation generation. And this is people who really started seeing the world in the 80s and the 90s, and they came into a world which was completely digitally connected. So people are very comfortable with all forms of new media, whether it is using Facebook and Google+, or whether it's actually using their mobile phones and their Blackberries as excellent communication devices. And this is a generation that is today working in the new economy sectors. If you take sectors like retail, take IT, take business process outsourcing, financial services, very, very young people are here. And I think what India can teach the world is, how do you integrate them into the global economy? How do you ensure that a 20-year-old with the kind of aspirations that you see in the West, maybe in the 40-year-old, can still have all the ability, all the tools, and all the leadership support to make them successful. Today in India, we do not believe that age is any determinant of success. There are very, very young project managers in our organization who do as good work as a vice president with 20 years experience, and I think that's what we can offer the world. The ability to build a new generation of hope, of dreams, and without fear to be aspirants for true success in the global democracy.
Traditionally, Indian corporate culture is seen as very hierarchical. How have you as a leader responded to the organization flattening and transparency brought about by digitization and PlayStation generation?
See, I think there is an opportunity for all of us to recognize the power of youth. When I first took over as CEO of Zensar, we were obviously in difficult times because the economies were bad, we had just started the company, and there was really no real reason for us to be able to succeed and compete with some of the best companies in the world. But we said, let's harness the power of youth. We got 20 young people together and formed what is today called the Vision Community, which is a very active part of collaboration in Zensar. The Vision Community came up with new ideas, came up with ideas for new products and services, new methods of managing the enterprise, new ways in which we could reach out to customers. And I'm really proud to say that 80% of new strategies in Zensar come up through ideas from the Vision Community. And I think what we have been able to demonstrate, that the hierarchical organization is a dinosaur. You really don't need multiple layers of organization, a command and control regime where everybody listens to everybody else. If people are open, their eyes and ears are open, you will find that leadership has as much to learn from young people today as the young people have to learn from leadership. So I think it's an environment of humility, an environment of mutual respect and collaboration that flattens organizations. And once leadership recognizes this phenomenon and is able to really build networked organizations which are fully connected, not just top to bottom, but maybe side to side and across all layers in the organization, then you have an environment where true innovation can flow, creativity can be totally unleashed, and organizations can grow and have no limits at all to the way they grow, the way they work, and the way they reach out to every member of the community.
The No Fear book places great emphasis on leadership education. The majority of Indian companies regard employee education as a strategic part of their competitive edge. What is your insight on why companies in many other countries fall short in their people development, and how does India differ?
See, I think what has happened is that over the years, many organizations have realized that the traditional forms of education are no longer valid. In fact, you will find that if a corporation announces a class for its employees and asks people to come for maybe a 3-day program, there's a lot of reluctance because some people feel that they're not ready for it. Some people feel that they already know this, and you're trying to get a very heterogeneous group of learners to come together under somebody who may or may not realize the diversity of requirements, the diversity of expectations. I think the best way, and that's something we have experimented in our own company and experimenting across societies and governments in India, is to enable learners to learn at their own time, own pace. In fact, teachers should become facilitators of learning, and that's when learning happens best. Today, technology enables us to do all this. I mean, today, simple technologies like WebEx or complicated video conferencing and synchronous and asynchronous learning tools enable us to reach out to people at their workplace, or even people who are maybe in remote parts of the country or the world. And the whole concept of modern learning is, how do you cater to the skills needs of an individual, deliver learning to him or her at her workplace or at the place where he or she is, and then are able to integrate those skills into an education framework. In fact, today many of us are working on the concept of what we call a global services varsity, which starts with skills, provides these skills any place, any time, and then integrates them through maybe a formal education program so that they acquire educational qualifications as well as are employable and well suited to meet the challenges of the world. We believe that this is a new world we are all entering into. We believe there are new paradigms for education, for collaboration that needs to be experimented with, and we really believe that this is the future of global communities.
This video is brought to you by the No Fear community.